Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube, associations, agencies, nor any particular individuals. They are merely from a team assembled trying to pass the boredom of everyday life. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised. But ignore it if you're into that thing.
I'm the Big Bad Wolf Benny.
And I am DJC.
And welcome to day 11 of the Wild Wolf Show Shocktoberfest. We've got an interesting one for you today. Holy crap, I just realized I'm not wearing my wristbands or anything, but you know what? It's okay. Because 11's a weird number for me. Weird things happen with that. But today we're going to be talking about the 1988 interesting classic, 976 Evil. Oh boy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How many of you actually remember this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it actually on video back when I was like 9 years old.
Damn you old.
Yeah, I remember watching it on HBO at one point, but
I remember watching it on DVD.
I think the only reason why I actually considered watching it was because of the fact that it was directed by Robert Englund.
Yeah.
You know, Freddy Krueger himself, you know. But, yeah. I really don't know if I want to take this one.
I guess I can take it.
Yeah, you can take this one because it's a weird one.
Alright, I'm going to do a very fast synopsis of the movie. There's these two boys. One's named Spike. Well, his real name's Leonard, but I'd be called Spike. My name was Leonard.
Amen.
And then you have Hoax. They're cousins. They live with Hoax's mom, who's a, God bless him, God-fearing woman.
A little overbearing.
A little overbearing. So anyways, Spike's the bad boy. He's like a 1950s greaser. Literally, that's what he looks like.
Yep.
Hoax is definitely stuck in the 1950s shoes, but he's a nerd. That's what he's dressed as. So, anyway, they call this number, 967 Evil, to get their horror,
976.
whatever, that number, to get their horror scope. And basically what happens when they call this number, when anybody calls this number, is a demonic force that you think is just somebody telling you your horoscope, or horror scope, tells you to do something to seize the day, be a man. And the more and more that you call it, and the more that you do what they tell you to do, the more and more demonic you become. Or the force that's calling you will just end up killing you because you stop listening to them. Now, I could get into details about what happens in the movie, and I could pretty much ruin the movie for you. But I'm going to give you the premise of the movie and let you watch this, I don't want to say masterpiece, but this movie for yourself.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to jump into what we liked, what we didn't like, then we'll finally give you a grade like we love to do in Shocktoberfest. So I'm actually going to start this off with what I liked about the movie. What I liked about the movie was just watching the movie with these guys because, damn, you guys have seen Mystery Science Theater? Like, that's pretty much what we did. It was like a laugh track that we got to do. It's just like,
yeah.
Man, we're going to have to actually do a laugh track of us watching a movie and then us putting our jokes into the movie and then you guys look at the movie and then we're watching that. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part of the movie.
The people that actually are involved and invested in Mystery Science Theater 3000, they have a website called like Riff Tracks. So, and there's a lot of people that contribute to that. So chances are we are probably going to be contributing to that at some point. If somebody,
sometime in the future, you'll see us and hear us.
That's right. But yeah.
Yeah. That was my favorite part about the movie. Not taking anything away from the movie, but that's just what I personally liked about the movie was doing our little personal rip track. Because, I mean, we were dying on the floor.
Dying.
Yeah.
Some jokes will be put into this video as we're talking about it.
Alright, so what I liked about the movie was, I don't know, it's the 80s. So, like, all the nerdy things that you think about the 80s the nerdy guy in the movie and what he's wearing. Always the typical nerdy wearing like the vest and all that, and like, oh, he's always so shy to talk to women. And then, oh, here something happens where he's, oh, now I'm not this big guy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I control you. You know. So yeah, that's in the '80s, and I love that, and that's why I like this movie.
It's so cheesy.
It's cheesy. It's cheesy, and I love it.
And that's what I'm gonna, add on that one. I mean, just the cheesiness of this movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
It was great.
I mean, and plus to the fact that it's like directed by Robert Englund. He knows camp. I mean, obviously playing Freddy Krueger for 8 movies,
Yeah.
and how campy they got, as time went by. I mean, this just reeks Elm Street,
Definitely.
humor. It does. I mean,
The shower scene. Never Know She Part 2.
Yep. Well, and not just that, but I mean, even when Hoax he starts getting demonic, and all of a sudden you see his right hand start to morph into this big claw. He started walking like Freddy Krueger,
and that
Yeah.
I love that bit because I'm just like, man, they're not stealing from the movie, but it's like
They're definitely
Hoax
taking.
had that
Definitely.
Krueger-esque swagger. I
They're
love
definitely
it.
taking stuff from some of their favorite horror movies. Obviously, Robert Englund playing Freddy Krueger is like, I am Freddy. I can add this to any movie I want, and he can. They did, and you know what? Hoax pulled it off too because it kind of worked for him with that. Now a bad.
Yeah.
Now, I have 2 pairs of hearts. Yeah, it was cool, guys. It was funny.
It was.
Now we get to the unfortunate side of the movie. The side we don't like. Why don't we start off with this guy?
Oh, there's not that I didn't really have a lot that I didn't like. I mean, in a sense. I mean, it is hokey, but at the same time...
Supposed to be, though.
It's supposed to be. It's just that the private investigator, Marty, they make him seem like he's such a pivotal role.
And he did not.
And yeah, he was barely... I mean, he's in at the beginning. You see him for maybe about 2 minutes here.
And in the draw on that is, another part how he's kind of mysterious. You don't know what's going on with the character. He's got a trench coat.
Yeah, well, and the weird thing is, I mean, a lot of private investigators or psychiatrists or the people that are trying to figure out what's going on, they're usually in the movie most of the time. Like Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis in Halloween, he's in there through the entire film.
This guy was maybe in a quarter of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of...
Quarter of the movie. And the movie's
But
only,
they made him
an hour
so-
29?
Yeah, they made him so important, but yet they just kind of... It's like a flash in the pan. It just... I don't know. Just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, what didn't you like, little guy?
I didn't like. A big thing about the movie is, okay, yeah, I have many of cousins. I'm Mexican. I have a lot of cousins. So
Racist.
I don't know what happens. Well, so the thing I didn't like about the movie was the tube that they had from the cousins had from their room to the other room. Who the hell has that? Nobody has a tube like that. It's like almost like when you go to the bank and you're like, oh, I got to deposit money. And you put this tube in there and go there. I hated that. It was so stupid and corny, and even in the 80s, it was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, well, and plus, they have that 1950s-esque thing. If they were going to be doing the 1950s...
More the cans on the wire.
Yeah, cans on the wire. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's like they just
nobody
it's
has
like,
that.
Nobody
No.
has cans. Like, we're not going to do the cans on the wire, but I'll tell you what. You know how banks have, you send money when you go through the drive-thru? Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Not going to happen.
No, it wasn't.
No.
All right. Well, I guess my part I didn't like was the acting. I mean...
Well, I mean, that was
a big
part of
point.
it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Big point, 'cause we joked about this. There's a part, spoiler alert!
Oh, man.
A bully literally gets his hand cut off, and he's like so nonchalant about it, just like, get away, stop, no.
No.
Okay, Willy Wonka calling for help. Jesus, like,
And then the
oh,
stuff,
my hand!
and the stuff
the
being the
stuff-
same.
So then
Like
he's
the other arm?
in the bathroom, and he's putting some toilet paper on, and it's just like, okay, so it should be here, which, I mean, if you've seen last year's Evil Dead when we did it, our stump looked good. But no, you can definitely tell there's a fist under there because there's a big ball.
And this movie came out after Evil Dead 2, so they should have learned. Duct tape fixes everything!
Huh. But I think we're leaving out the biggest part. Why did Hoax look like Michael Jackson?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Cue the side-by-side of Hoax walking down the stairs and Michael Jackson and Billie Jean. We'll wait.
I know, right? Now, cue the moment where Hoax has a realization that he needs to change his ways from being evil with Man in the Mirror.
Hold on.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways.
All right.
So anyway, and I mean, like, he's got like the whole hair in his face. He's wearing sunglasses, and he's kind of walking, and like, oh, Billie Jean is not my love.
It was kind of awkward, like the
oh man,
in Spider-Man 3 when you seen Tobey Maguire walking down.
Oh,
holy
so
cow!
awkward. It was so awkward.
All right, so now
Oh man,
we can about this movie for a long time, but we're gonna cut it off there because it's not a horrible movie.
Yeah.
no, it's
Let's jump into what we grade this movie. I will go first since I let you take the first two.
okay.
Overall, with its hokiness, but it's by Robert Englund, who's trying to be hokey, I'm going to give it a B-. Not a terrible flick, but on multiple viewings, you're like, man, this movie's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give it a C+.
Okay, see.
Oh, no.
A C+, because you know what? It is way too many things that are like, I can't grasp in my life, but it kind of could. But no, I'm not gonna give it.
Again, and once a year is probably what you can tolerate for this movie.
Yeah.
It's SHOCKTOBERFest, so we
multiple viewings of this film, you're going to be like, what am I watching?
Right.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Wes?
Well, I'm kind of torn because it's like I want to give it a B-, but I want to give it a C+. But I'm gonna go with the latter. I'm gonna give it a C+. It's like DJC says, it's like it's not a bad movie. It's just not a good movie.
No.
And some of the moments in there just kind of, especially as Benny says with some of that acting, it's like I want to give it a B-, but the moment that got his hand cut off and he was just like, oh no, what am I gonna do? I mean, like, if I got my hand cut off, which I did last year, grew it back, but
Thank God, we reversed time.
yeah, we did reverse time. I mean, hey, we had that book, but yeah, I was freaking out. This guy wasn't, and he's a Hollywood actor, and I'm still working on it. That's
Yep.
where's my freaking Oscar? All right,
Give him the break.
yeah, give me a break.
It's just bogus, guys. I'm sorry. Like, that's what killed it for me, is he got his hand cut off, and I literally felt like Willy Wonka. Get some help. Help. Police. Murder. That's literally the kind of acting I got out of this kid.
Yeah.
It's just shtick.
It's terrible. Like, I mean...
Shtick.
Yeah. Well, this is day 11.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
I know we still have a lot more to go.
Yes, we do.
We've
So,
been through so much. We have a lot more to go. Oh, man. God, I love this time of year.
I do too,
I do too.
but it's just, man, it can get grueling.
It can.
And thank all of you for sticking with us on this. I mean, because last year, I know, a lot of these episodes, man, they went on for a long time, and you're probably like, just
We've
make it
learned
short.
to tame it down.
Yes, I mean, some of these episodes, you know, they do take a little bit longer than expected. It is
Well, if it's a movie we really like, we start doing the rabble moments that we have, and
Yeah.
right now we're kind of rabbling,
Yeah.
just like about why the movie the episode's shorter. So I'm just gonna say it.
Hey, easy there, Turbo.
That's the end of the episode, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for day 12. I'm your big bad wolf, Benny.
I'm your wild man, Wes.
And I'm DJC.
Apparently, you're the new wolf.
And don't forget, if this is your first time watching some of these episodes,
Oh.
make sure you like, share with your friends and your family.
And as always,
Guys,
Push the red button!
ring that bell so you get instant notifications whenever we put up a new episode on Dragonfire Entertainment. We love you, we care about you, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 12.
See you soon.
And look how small my head is.
My dearest love, I know you are returning from the war, but you've been gone too long. Things are different, and I'm afraid we can no longer be together. Please understand, I will always care about you, and that you mean a great deal to me. Unfortunately, it's just not meant to be for us. Take care.